Chapter 41 Dark Days, Death, and Other Fun. A dark and windy morning, heavy with low-hanging clouds, is made complete by a fine drizzle, carried on an east wind. From the warmth of my kitchen, I stare out through a window now distorted by cold raindrops. The comfort of my chair and the steady heat of my coffee are enough to keep me indoors, for now. But my mind is already burdened by the inevitable task waiting for me outside, raking up the endless supply of fallen leaves blanketing the lawn. Not exactly an inspiring prospect. At least in spring, despite it often bleak and stubborn cold, there is the premise of better weather ahead. Autumn, on the other hand, is a slow descent into darkness. The air smells of rotting leaves, the last of the songbirds take flight, and the long march towards winter begins. A cultural celebration of death. It's strange how we embrace the macabre at this time of the year, as if celebrating the arrival of death itself. Halloween, in particular, is an ancient and fitting seasonal rite. People revel in the grotesque, donning eerie costumes, distorting their faces with gruesome makeup and attending masquerade parties filled with ghouls, ghosts, and perhaps most terrifying of all, the latest political figures. There's a certain tradition of gorging on horror films, reveling in the delicious thrill of fear, as though it will somehow help us acclimatize to the growing darkness outside. A warm autumn day, when it does arrive, feels more like a tease, a final echo of summer that lingers just long enough to remind us of what we've lost. A mild breeze is nothing more than a death rattle, a whisper of what's to come. Slowly but surely, a collective claustrophobia sets in. We close doors against the wind with the creak of hinges sounding suspiciously like a coffin lid. The transition is complete. Gone are the lazy summer evenings of warm breezes drifting through an open window. Now we dash from one heated refuge to the next, recoiling from the sharp bite of the cold. Rain pelts against the glass, or worse, is that snow? It lashes the windows like a scene torn from a Stephen King novel. Winter is officially less than 2 months away, yet its presence looms like an uninvited guest arriving too early. The first real cold snap brings the inevitable. Numb fingers, tingling ears, fogged up glasses. The sting of the wind carries memories of summer, reminding us of what we've took for granted. No wonder we dream of warmer places, finding dark in the light. But does the cold really have to be so oppressive? There are moments of beauty, even in the bleakest days. The vibrant tapestry of autumn leaves, the absence of mosquitoes, the way sunlight still finds its way through windows, illuminating the last stubborn houseplants that stand as sentinels of a greener season. There is joy in crisp air, the first breath of winter when everything is fresh and new. And then, of course, there's the thrill of the season itself. Skating, skiing, snowshoeing, snowmobiling, all the things that children embrace with a kind of reckless exuberance that most adults have long since abandoned. I remember it well, coming in from the cold, fingers and toes numb beyond feeling, sitting inside for just a few minutes of warmth to dissipate the aching sensation enough to warrant immediately running back outside, back to the snow fort, back to the battle, launching yet another volley of snowballs at the neighbor's fort, determined to fight the winter war until dusk brings mother calling inside. Back then, winter wasn't something to be endured, it was something to be conquered. Maybe it still can be.